Hey guys, Josiah here with Josiah Oliver, one of the first co-editor of Gundam Father of Peace and one of our main mouth editors. And we thought we'd just ask him some questions about being a co-editor. So Josiah, what do you do at Wolfpack Productions?
Well, I edit. I obviously go around and I edit the mouths, making sure that they line up with the audio. I've done a lot of uh, introductory work from the early parts where we learned how to fire the guns to explosions and all the other experimental stuff that we've done. We've just built it up. I've showed Brandon how to do that. And just slowly but surely, as time progressed, uh, things changed. I wasn't able to do as much since I was away, but I stayed with it. Stayed with it because it was fun. I love being creative. I love being able to put together this stuff and just go, bam, here you go. But yeah, just putting together the mouths, making sure that our characters look like they're talking. No no mishaps, no anything, just straightforward, good action.
Yeah, Josiah Oliver actually pioneered the mouth animation, didn't you?
Give or take, we had instructions given to us. I took those instructions and then basically looked at myself in the mirror, figured out, aw or e or, just made it where it really looked like it was moving just like a natural mouth. Took a little time to, get in there and use the instructions and then figured out how to really blend everything together so that way it didn't look like, this thing that had been cut, moved and then, pasted back on. It looked real and natural. And it's evolved, as you can see through all the mouth animations. To
Now they have
what we
teeth.
have now. Yes. I even worked on that a little bit. Figured, okay, when you have something like that, how do the cartoons normally portray that? And try to implement sort of a, realistic. What does the jaw look like? Use actual human anatomy on something, on still life pretty much, and try to incorporate that as best we could to make it real and lifelike.
What makes FOP's mouth animation different than others?
Um, for the most part, it's the fact that we're actually going for realism here. We're going for it's not just up and down like your normal anime or cartoon thing where you can get away with some of that. No, we're actually trying to get in there and we're actually trying to voice every syllable. We're trying to get everything straight on so it looks human. All of a sudden your G.I. Joes, they come alive and they're talking. And the voice actors, they're making it happen. And the mouths, they're going along with the voice actors. And it just works together in a great harmony.
So how long have you been with the team?
Quite some time. Way back before even we started putting out part one, as I recall, because I saw bits and pieces of that, and we got together and started working forward towards part two of episode one, part three, everything just like coming together. So I've been there. If I were to roughly estimate, 2010 when you first started putting it out.
Around there.
So we're talking at least 5 years here. And it has been a blast.
What got you to join in the first place?
I was a college student. I was really good at procrastinating. Let's be honest here. It gave me an outlet to really, when I felt stressed or burdened or anything, I got away from the college stuff and I was able to put my mind to creative use. Not only that, not too long prior to that, I'd taken an audio visuals class too, and it got me thinking. It got me really creative about different angles, different things I can do with the camera, how to put together presentations, things like that. And so right then and there, I was at the peak of my creativity for sure.
What do you like about being a co-editor?
The challenges that come along with it. I love rising to the challenge. I just seriously nothing better than being able to struggle a little bit and go, crud muffins. You know, this thing is over here, and you know they spoke it like this, and it kind of runs together, and just being able to go, okay, use your head, think, piece it together. Focus on this. Does that match? Then focus on how it transitions to this. And just really being able to sometimes even accidentally come up with great magic that flows together much better than even I was anticipating. It's great being able to actually put things together and know that I'm doing the best that I can every single time, and just upping my game every single time to match speed, to match volume, to match emotion, to match everything that goes into this.
Are there any projects you've done that have stood out to you more than others?
Yes. One of which, however, I can't say just yet because that would spoil it for the fans. But it's one that I'm really, really proud of because of the emotion that goes into it, and the emotion that you will see as you see the character in his predicament. I'm not going to get any more specific than that, but look forward to that. The other one was pretty much the experimentation with lasers and everything like that when the hole got shot through the colony.
James's death.
Yes.
Shadow's brother.
Mm-hmm. And where we got to mess with lighting, and I just, being able to get it to look like it was a laser. Just, firing my laser! Just lighting, and oh gosh, it was being able to experiment and figure out, and granted, a little frustrating at times when you realize, nuts, it doesn't quite look that right. It doesn't look like a laser. It looks like somebody fired a yellow laser beam or something like that, but it was great.
You play Eric Parks, Joshua's friend, the gun tank pilot, and Gundam Father of Peace. What do you think the future holds for Eric?
Well, that'll be interesting to see because from the get-go there's this playful banter where they're obviously they're characters that know each other and obviously have this interesting friendship already. So obviously I think we can expect more playful banter between the two, more sarcasm, more things like that. And at the same time, I imagine that as things get tougher, as the fight goes on, they're going to be back to back. I just imagine that this character is really going to have his back no matter what happens.
What would you like to see? How would you like to see Eric Parks develop long term? Your wishes.
Based on how I like to play characters, be it in roleplay or otherwise, I could see him being once or twice a really decent Deus Ex Machina, where it seems hopeless and yet all of a sudden he finds a way through. Basically, to like I said, back to back. He's got Joshua's back, pretty much. From there, I just see him being overall this good guy, this reliable guy, who goes out there and actually puts it all on the line. How should I put this? He's the guy that's going to go out there and really be a soldier. He'll be a fun soldier. He knows how to have fun, but when he hits the fan, he's going to be the guy that everybody will remember.
Do you think Kathy ever knew about his feelings for her?
I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. Good gracious. I couldn't see him, professionally speaking, I couldn't see him doing that unless he actually, getting into that kind of conversation unless there was, a moment of peace where he was able to actually explore that. But at the present, no.
Is being a co-editor hard work?
Yes. It's not just the project and the difficulty of the project, but it's the fact that between distance and different jobs and everything like that, just different circumstances altogether, you work at it, you try to make the time for it, so that way it's done. And sometimes, especially when you have an unpredictable job like mine, where it's based on how many deliveries and where I got to go and stuff like that. It's tough being able to try to focus and do my best, because there are days I'm just like, it's not coming together. I can't get my mind to think, so I just kind of have to shelve it for the day and focus on something else. But when I get it, and it's in there. And once I get focused, you aren't stopping me.
So FOP is currently based in Priest River, Idaho. That's where all the filming takes place and things like that. Where are you at?
I'm in Houston, Texas. Although that's possibly and hopefully going to change by the next year, with certain plans that I have in place that hopefully come together, God willing.
FOP's been on hold for a long time due to my own health issues over the last 2 years, and now that we're officially back in production again, is there anything the fans can do to help the series?
Having watched several other good series out there, one of the biggest things is support. Definitely show your support and give encouragement, because if nothing else, knowing that we're doing a good job, that you actually want us to crank out more and actually, improve with time. We like that encouragement. That encouragement is going to be a big, bright, shining northern star that'll guide us. The comments, the feedback, everything, where we can actually look at that and, look at what we're doing. Was that a good idea in hindsight, now that, we can see it more clearly? And, is it doing a great job? Can we improve? That is probably one of the biggest things. The other, volunteer as you can, because it's also based around the fans. And if the fans can get involved, if there's something that they can see that they know that they can do, like voice acting or, putting something together, volunteer. Because, yeah, the pay may not be so great, but let me tell you, the effort and the work and the collaboration to see more talent come together and, actually learn from you guys, if you've got different talents, different ideas, different things that we hadn't looked at yet, give it, let us see it, put it together yourself, volunteer and put it together, and, let us, see if we can incorporate that, because chances are it could be something really amazing that we never thought of. It's like, that dude's a genius. Let's do that. And, continue doing it, so on and so forth, with what we got.
How about voice acting? How badly is that needed?
Well, bad enough that, obviously, I as an editor, I also voice a character, and with the progression of the story, for certain, we will need people out there that are able to bring the characters, just bring everything to life, just creatively giving us an idea of, this is how we've written, we've written the character this way, but you, the fans, actually voicing it and giving it life and going, oh, let's write it this way, because we like where you're going with that.
Yeah, that's happened more than once. And changed the whole flow of the story. The voice actors are what brings the characters to life. The mouth animation, it makes it work. But mouth animation without voice actors doesn't do any good. And none of our voice actors are professionals. They're just fans of Gundam and fans of Gundam Father of Peace that care to see the series continue. And so we invite anyone to try out, and hopefully we'll get to use everyone, eventually.
Indeed, please don't make us do a Charlie Chaplin silent movie, please.
Yeah.
Mouth's moving, but we actually have to put the titles on a different screen. It's sometimes on a different screen.
This last project I gave to Josiah, I actually had to wait a month because there were no voice tryouts for it for the longest time. So voice actors and fans, try out for the voice acting. You got a mic? Try it. Worst case, you don't get used that time.
By the way, shout out to that voice actor. You've given me a challenge, and I'm rising to that challenge with this next project. Thank you.
And that's for the surrender scene.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank you, Josiah, for giving us your time. Thank you for all your hard work making Gundam Father of Peace a reality. And you're one of those faces that no one hardly ever sees, but you're there doing all those scenes and a huge portion of the mouth animation making the series flow. Great thanks to you.
Yep, and in my spare time, I'm saving the world by delivering medicine.
Well, guys, make sure to stay subscribed for more Gundam Father of Peace. And please, if you see a voice actor try out, please try out. Because when people try out for those, that speeds things up so much faster. Catch you guys later.